Remember, Star Trek is all about smiling and dancing and Starfleet. Just Star Trek is just dead. It is beyond dead. It's almost unbelievable. Just want to take a look at the Starfleet Academy trailer again. That, by the way, has about 30,000 dislikes and 7,000 likes. That's not really good. That's actually really bad, but could be. I thought it'd be worse, to be honest, but it's pretty bad. Just want to bring up another thing. Mentioned this already, but Holly Hunter, I still cannot get over her sitting in this captain's chair like she's an old. I think it was. Oh God, she's just sitting there like, I'm not supposed to be here. It's like, what the hell, captain sits in the captain's chair like this? Nobody. This is crazy that she's like, okay, I'm sitting in the captain's chair. Like, what is happening with this? You know what this reminds me of? Do you guys remember in Voyager, they were supposed to cast a like French Canadian actress, and she was a great actress. I can't remember the name, and I just remember, you know, that was supposed to happen, and I just, you know, she came across just like this, and they got rid of her off of Voyager. And it was because, you know, she didn't seem like the captain. She was somebody you wouldn't follow into battle. She was like, she was awkward. And I now, by the way, I don't even know if I really always agreed with things because, you know, you could have a captain that's not necessarily, they don't all have to be 100% the same way. But when you see the performance, because they shot scenes, they shot the whole first episode, and I think more, with the original actress that played Janeway, or whatever her name was at the time. If you see these clips of her, you're like, oh my God, I see why they got rid of her. She was like pretty good, but like it was just like a lacking of something, and just a full-on change when Kate Mulgrew takes over. Now I'm not saying that's what we got here, but I mean, this doesn't look great. This looks, oh God, I forget who it was. Yeah, it was, I thought this when I first saw the trailer, but then I saw Dave Cullen's review of the trailer, and Dave Cullen was like, she looks like somebody who's on a bus or the subway who's like nervous. That's exactly what she looks like. This looks not like a captain. And there's other scenes of her looking like, this is weird. Like, this is awkward. Like she sachets sideways. I love Holly Hunter. That's the crazy thing, is I love Holly Hunter. I've loved her since I was little, and I saw broadcast news. I was like in love with this lady. Like, I'm serious. Like, I love Holly Hunter. Like, I almost am concerned. I don't want to say this because this sounds terrible. I'm almost wondering if she has something that she's dealing with health-wise, because she has no physical presence, but like, I feel like she could. Now, I didn't see her in some recent things she's in, so I haven't watched. I don't know if there's something else I could watch of her that like would tip me off to this. There's just so many red flags about this series. The Klingon guy, he looks feminine almost. He's a science Klingon. Oh, that's weird. But whatever, it's interesting, I suppose, because we've always wondered about that with Klingons. But he just looks, I don't know, it seems wrong. But, I mean, maybe I feel like that might be just a nitpick, though. Then you look at this wall of people and, like, female, 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 I think female, male, 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 male. There's 4 or 5 males and like 12 females here. And is there a white guy? Is this guy maybe a white guy? I don't know. But there's not a white guy to be found in this series from what I can see, other than the original Doctor, because they had to have somebody in it. It's like that's not even at the top of the list, right? That's just an extra little punch in the nuts right? If you're a classic Star Trek fan, like there's no white people, no white guys, white males, no. Unless we have a villain, the villain will be a white male somehow or whatever. Well, it is played by one, but so that this is just, I mean, that's at the bottom of the list, the wokeness, obviously, and people always like, oh, Star Trek's always been woke. No, Star Trek has always been progressive. I want Star Trek to go back to being progressive, not being woke. Woke is stupid. Woke is when you just do things because you have to check a box and you're a moron about it. Progressive is like, hey, let's take some of this like new stuff going on and some open. Let's create a little bit of like a diversity and an open-mindedness about the future, and let's start mixing more of it in. Like I like we all want that, but to be like, you know what? No white men. That's not progressive. That's woke. And that's the problem. And then you got these, they just look all like Glee Club. This all looks like the Glee Club or the CW, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And, it's funny because people were like, you're just, well, guess what? Now they're doing a singing episode. Now they're doing a Muppet episode. All Buffy stuff. So it's like, if you didn't believe, like they just gave you. So, like, for the last few years, everybody's been saying, oh, these are all Buffy the Vampire Slayer writers. Well, guess what? Now they gave you the fuel to actually legitimize that. Because then they did the singing episode. Then they did the Muppet. Now they're doing the Muppet episode next season. So it's like everything that people were saying, you're crazy. Just like you were crazy with Epstein's Island and all that stuff years ago. Now you're crazy for this. Except now they told you that they are doing that. And so all the people arguing, so this guy, and then it's just like, whatever this is, Jesus. Everyone's smiley and, yeah, it's Captain James T. Kirk. Remember him? Remember when white guys were in Starfleet? Woman, guy, maybe, woman. Even the guys look feminine. You can't tell if they're guys. But just everybody, oh my God. I mean, it's not like old man screaming at clouds like, I want my day back. Ah! Like, it's not even like that because I don't care about that. I'm progressive. It's just that this is just so obvious and so blatantly against white males. Woman, there might be one right there. That might be, oh my God. Guys, I might have found him in the very back, blurred out. Kind of has a reddish face, might be a reflection. I might have found the first white guy in this entire, oh my God, I think I found it. And there would be less white people because more people would be tan in the future, you would think, because more people would be interbreeding everywhere and whatever else. But there's a lot of white women, so why are there lots of... Notice that? There's still white women. Where's the white men? Alien orange, Asian alien, Indian, Asian mix. That might be a white woman right there. Looks like a white woman. That looks like it might be a white woman or Hispanic woman. If a Hispanic person commits a crime, they call them a white person, so that goes either way. It looks like maybe Japanese, Hispanic, maybe, man. So it's just like, I mean, like, normally I don't sit there counting, like, these things, but they're very obvious things, But I don't care. This is at the bottom of the barrel. You could have an all-black cast. If the writing is good, I'm there. It's not about that. That's just an extra jab of stupid. It just shows you how sick the people in charge of this show are and that write these shows are. Man, I've written so much Star Trek stuff that I bet would blow this stuff away. There he is, guys. There's Robert Picardo. He's back. He's a psycho on X if you read his posts. Great shots. Things look... I don't really mind the outfits too much. Like, people had problems with those. They kind of have these Starfleet college jackets with the big S on them. I mean, it's goofy. But this Tig person is back. Annoying person to me. Ugh. Someone said this makeup was terrible. I think the makeup's really good. I don't know. But that looks like a female Jemadar. Like, okay. Hey, another problem. Here's Holly Hunter again with no presence, with her head sideways looking down at everybody, with her hands on the side of this glass, looking tired and broken. She's like, I haven't got to tell you. She looks very, like, I hate to say it. She just doesn't look right here. Like, that's why I'm wondering, is there something physical happening? Like, she just, like, relaxed on the thing. That's not as bad of a shot because she could just be overseeing everybody and leaning over to say some words. It's an awkward setup with this glass thing separating them. Like, unless she's just stepping in to say a couple words when she wasn't really supposed to be talking, it doesn't make sense you would give a speech from above here. But I have more of a problem with, you know, I have more of a problem with the way she sits in the captain's chair. You know, I don't understand that. And then the villain shows up in a scene. Why? Why in the world is the villain or somebody in Star Trek whistling the Star Trek theme? Like, it's embarrassing. This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's sickening. It's cringy. It's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. The most meta Star Trek thing ever was in the First Contact, but it made somewhat sense when the guy was like, so you guys are like astronauts on some kind of a Star Trek. You know, that was a little cringy, a little weird and meta. But this is worse. Whistling the theme of the show as the villain? And why are we doing that? I want to be. I'm not even watching. I don't know if I'm going to watch the next episode of Strange New Worlds. This has happened several times, by the way. Every year, every time the season comes out, I go, I'm going to review all of them because it's worth it for the channel to review it. Even if it's terrible, I'm going to review it for the channel. I'm going to do it. And then I realize I tap out. I watched the entire first season of Strange New Worlds. And I think I did enjoy 2 or 3 episodes. I thought 2 or 3 episodes were pretty good, and everything else was rough, but okay, maybe next season's better. Well, season 2 was awful, and season 3 has been trash. So if season 1 of Strange New Worlds was a 5.5 or a 6 out of 10, I think season 2 is a 5 out of 10, and season 3 is like a 3 out of 10. It's just gone downhill. And this is Starfleet Academy. Please put a bullet in us. I mean, I want to love Star Trek. I thought Picard season 1 was terrible. Picard season 2 was terrible. It was really bad. And then I went into Picard season 3, damn near suicidal. I went into Picard season 3, suicidal. My wife told me I will not watch that. And I said, I get it, because she didn't watch season 2. She watched episode 1 of season 2, and she goes, I'm out. I'm out of this. I can't deal with this. And then she finally came back only when I begged her to death because I found out it was good. Season 3 of Picard was okay, or it was good. It felt really good at the time. I loved it. And my wife, she had to be like coerced to watch it. She will not watch this stuff at all. I will not watch Starfleet Academy, I believe. This is going to be the first series I never watch. I didn't watch Section 31. The only Star Trek that I've never watched in my entire life is Star Trek, the original series, animated series, because I just couldn't take a cartoon Star Trek seriously. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I never watched the original animated series. And but that was it. And I never watched Section 31. I said absolutely no to that. And I will not watch this because this looks terrible. Unless someone sees it and reviews it and says, actually, it's not bad. The trailer just makes it look like trash. The Picard Season 3 trailer made it look really good. Picard Season 1 and 2 trailers made it seem like interesting, but this doesn't look right. But Picard Season 3, the trailers made it look really cool, but because of the first 2 seasons, you're like, no way it's going to be good, though. The trailers are just good. Well, this trailer is terrible. And the things in the trailer are telling me this is written and run by retards. Star Trek is now written and run by retards. I find that hard to believe with Kurtzman and Akiva. These guys are smarter than this. I can't believe they're this bad. I've grown up watching Star Trek my whole life, 40-something years old. I have better stories written than this by lots. And I hate myself. And I think I suck. I think I suck and I hate myself, and I have stories written that would do well, that would do really well. I'm convinced if I wrote for a movie studio, a TV series, or a show, that I would write stuff that would do well, that would do really well. And then I can now be a writer. I didn't think so before. I didn't think I could be a writer. I can be, because this is shit. I would blow this out of the water. If somebody would give me some money to write a book, write a show, write whatever, I'll blow this out of the water. That's crazy. That's wild. And I have no money right now. So it's disgusting to me that there are people employed that are making stuff that is trash, and they're living a pretty good life. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, I can't pay my electrical bill, and I'm having all kinds of problems, and I have stuff written that in 1995 would destroy. And now it would do well. And there's a million other people out there, probably. Man, I am a moron person. I am a stupid person. And this makes me look like a genius. This is terrible. This is Star Trek Late Night. And I got to get out of here. And I'm sad. Star Trek, once again, has made me sad. How is that possible? Whatever. Some small group of people are going to enjoy it, though. And okay. See you later.